Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new Football Manager 2022 beta save. We're here, we're playing with York United of Canada. This is going to be a save that takes us through the next 2 weeks or so, 2 and a bit weeks because we've had the game early. But we're going to be playing in the Canadian Premier League. If you're not aware of this division, it's only 8 teams and these teams are spread all across Canada in different cities. I don't think any of them share a city. The closest ones will be myself, York United, and Forge FC, who are based in Hamilton, which is only down the road, I believe. But looking into this, you can see that there's only 8 teams, but 4 teams go into a playoff. I'm not entirely sure how that works yet. We are predicted to come 4th, so there's challenges that we're going to have to accept. If we go to the season preview, you'll be able to see that the odds were 150 to 1. We were 200, so that's improved slightly. I haven't even made any signings, so that's based on absolutely nothing. If we look though, you'll see that Cavalry and Forge FC, Forge are nearest rivals in terms of proximity. They're the favourites to win the division, unfortunately. But we'll press on because there's a Canadian league as well, I believe, where you might go into a competition with the MLS teams. Obviously, I think there's 3 MLS teams, being the Vancouver Whitecaps, Montreal Impact, and Toronto FC themselves. York United themselves are based in Toronto, so Toronto, it's obviously a huge city, but this is the university campus, York. So Toronto as well, it has this sort of weird Yorkshire effect. So you've got York United, obviously not based off, but you can see the similarities between York being the city in Yorkshire, and then you've got places like Scarborough and Whitby as well, which are close by. So there's obviously some sort of Yorkshire influence in Toronto itself. But yeah, we're going to look into the squad that we've got so far. It took me absolutely ages to find the squad depth. I think when I was first coming onto this game. This is what we'll be playing. We'll be playing a 4-4-2 with wing play. So it's not a tactic I would normally use, but there was 2 strikers who look really good, and then we've got some fairly good wingers. But I don't want to go overly over the top. You don't want to have like a left winger here, left winger there, because you leave yourself open a bit too much if you're going to play with 2 strikers. But we've got strikers who can come off the bench as well. I'll go into a few of these players, but if we're going to go into our biggest performers, I've already played all the friendlies, so I'm just going to show you. This is probably our best rated player. I know he wasn't just then, but in terms of reports, he's got the biggest potential, or at least he has. So this is as good as it gets. You'll be able to see the history here. So he's been at York United for 1 season already, but he's been at Leganes and Getafe and Las Palmas B, Vallecano B, Real Madrid B and Real Madrid C. So you can obviously see that this guy's got a bit of pedigree for going round the Spanish B teams, I guess. Obviously got a bit of pedigree, but if you're looking elsewhere, if you look at Sebastian Gutierrez from Colombia, you'll be able to see that he's played at Janeros, who play in the 2nd tier in Colombia. There's not many other players to show you, but what I will show you is the fact that we've got quite a bit of youth in this side. So if you go from here, from like here onwards, there's like loads of players under the age of 21. And the most exciting of them is probably Isaiah Johnson, who can play on the right. We can also play in defensive mid as well. Our tactics may well change after the first few games. You'll see the data hub after 3 league games, so that'll be exciting. But yeah, as you can see, he's 5-star potential, and he's got some interesting stats that he can definitely improve on as a 19-year-old. Teamwork, vision, work rate, that kind of thing, already right up there. So it can be that deep line playmaker perhaps in the future. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to use this guy much, but as a different option, because our 2 strikers are more of the attacking, come and go, your deep lines and your advanced forward types, but this guy in one particular friendly did actually light up, and I'm thinking of using him as a target forward. It's called this in this year's game, not a target man. So target forward. But yeah, he really tore it up in a game. So he had 2 assists and a goal in one game. Really, really good. Yeah, I'm looking forward to using him. 17 years old, can trigger an extension already, so that'll be a good option to maybe take up. But yeah, we there's a lot to unpack here. The finances are very good, but so far I'll just show you the screen right now where we've played all our friendlies. So we had an inter-squad friendly where I tried to make it fairly even, and it was a 2-2 draw. I would have to say the second team probably edged it. In all honesty, they were much better. Nicholas Hamilton, who I was actually looking to get rid of, causes a lot of problems. Because there's a lot of problems. Bit of a weird thing to say when you play for you, but you know. Anyway, played a few games against Canadian lower league teams, and then New York Cosmos. 2-0 win there, very straightforward. Both goals coming in the first 13 minutes. But yeah, as I said, I'm playing this preset tactic of playing more direct, passing into space, and so far it's worked. I think the left side needs a little bit of work. Abzi covers both of these positions, left back and left midfield. This isn't the strongest team, by the way. There you go. It looks something like that. But Campagna, who's going to be playing at left back, is only 16, on loan from Vancouver. So yeah, there's definitely a team here that can compete. If I'm going to show you what the schedule looks like, the schedule is pretty straightforward in that you play each other home and away twice each. So you essentially play each team 4 times. 7 times 4, so you're talking 28 games, and then there's a playoff system, which I'm not entirely sure what that is yet. There's the Canadian Championship, where you get teams like Vancouver, and are they the only one in here? That's the qualifying round, so I'm guessing once you get this far, yeah, there'll be Toronto FC, so that'll be exciting as well, should we make it through there. Right, so into our first game, we're against Pacific FC, who are predicted 3rd, so this is a fairly big game away to them today. They play in British Columbia, I believe. I can't remember where now. But this is the lineup we're going to be playing. I've already done my team talk, so Rivera and Gutierrez up front, as I said. Verhoeven and Ferrari in the middle, Abzi on the left, Petrasso on the right, Nsar and Campagna on the fullback positions, Ingham in goal, and Thompson, the captain, alongside Zato, who is one of our best players. Going to be playing the 4-4-2 wing play style. I'm just going to show you how I set up my opposition. So I always tight mark, trigger a press, and show onto the wrong foot the strikers, and then anyone who's either a winger or an attacking midfielder, I show onto the wrong foot. And that is it. I haven't changed that in about 4 years, and it's worked so far. So we will see how it all works. Maybe the data hub will make me change these kind of things, but yeah, for now we are ready to go and play this game. So giving the players all the information they need, we'll go to the tunnel, ask a question. Big day for you, isn't it? What are your thoughts going into this match? Can't wait to get going. First goal is crucial. It's always important to score goals. Are you hopeful of a performance today? Just answer that. Come on, end the questions. Here we go. Opening day of the Canadian Premier League season. Pacific kick us off in their black and blue. And I'll just start by saying I forgot to mention I play in 2D. I will always play in 2D. I like looking at the shapes. I find it much easier. And it's also easier to record as well. There's always that. But yeah, they started us off. Any information to go off yet? We've had a shot. Low XG for that though. First 10 minutes have already gone. I don't want to see their stats. Let's have a look at ours. There we go. Now I can see who's playing well. They've got a corner. Plays it in. Zato heads it out. Can Gutierrez get there? No, not brave enough. Bustos fires a shot against Campagna at the left back. It's out for a throw, and then they've got another highlight here. Keeping the ball well so far, I believe. Let's have a look at the stats up here. Yeah, 72% possession for them in the opening few minutes. This is what's going to happen with this wing play tactic. We're not going to have much of the ball. We just need to make sure that when we do have the ball, we make it count. As Hurd here goes down the left, plays it back inside to Chung, and Ingham with a unconvincing save there. It goes out for a corner, thankfully. Headed out. Surely that's the end of that highlight. McNaughton. Highlight's pretty long, to be honest. Don't see much coming from it. Another ball into the box that doesn't do much. And Bassett fires over. That was probably a lot closer than we would have liked. They've had 6 shots. We're not getting, not keeping the ball well enough here. 18 minutes in. I'm tempted to make a change or two. Get them to try and play it a bit shorter so that we actually keep the ball a bit more. Ingham with a good save there, right. Going to the tactics screen because this obviously isn't working, is it? So just drop that there. I'm going to play for set pieces as well. I think if we can get the ball back from, you know, buying a couple of fouls, that won't be the worst idea. I think we've got a bit of height in our team as well. I think Max Ferrari, there was some sort of report on him saying that he had a lot of physical presence in the middle of the park and he needed to utilise it more. So yeah, I think he's one of our taller ones. So set pieces might be the way to go. Haven't looked much into them. I've only set my usual corner tactic of firing it at the near post. Rivero, goal. Alvaro Rivero gets us off to a great start here. More slick passing then. Better at keeping the ball. Replay is going to be in 2D as well, unfortunately. So Ferrari plays it into Rivero on the edge of the box, who hits the near post. Irving in goal, not ready for it at all. We'll skip that highlight and hopefully be able to go into the second half, or half time at least, with a lead. So Verhoeven plays to Ansar, plays it back safely to Zato. Petrasso onside, goes to the byline. Absi cuts it back to Ferrari. Few pinball shots here. Absi back to the byline again. Campagna plays it in to Rivero, but it's cleared. Thought Thompson wasn't dealing with that then. Yeah, 4 shots and we had 1 in the open in 20 minutes or so. So that's improved drastically. 6 shots now. So that change, keeping the ball a little bit better, really made the world of difference. Absi gets a ticking off there from the ref. Hopefully we don't concede just before half time. Ingham again, goalkeeper unconvincing with his save there. That was going well wide and he decided to save it. I was going to change the tactic, have a look at our formation rather than theirs, but that's absolutely pointless. I need to see if they make any changes. There's a few little changes to this game which, you know, take a couple of weeks to get used to, I think. Verhoeven, Ferrari, didn't have many options there, but he did well. Petrasso fires into the oncoming defender. 1 minute added on as we go into half time. Oh, we've got a good chance here. 2-0 perhaps. Penalty. Got a penalty. I have no idea who's on penalties. It could be Rivero. Is that Rivero? It is Rivero. Can he get a brace? Left foot. Top corner. 2-0. Rivero. York United going into half time away at Pacific FC. 2-0 up. Fantastic. Fantastic start. Given how badly we started, you can see the XG map here. Look there, they were climbing, and we were way down here. We made that change. We got the goal here from a low XG chance, but since then we've made way more chances. Then the penalty, which is 0.7 or whatever it is on the XG. But yeah, I'm very happy. What should we say to them? I think we can find another gear. I honestly do. I honestly do think we can find another gear here. I might drop the tempo slightly early in the second half. I won't do it quite just yet. But I think if we can control the game more and potentially keep it a little bit better, then we should see this game out really well. But the opening 15 minutes to take us to the hour mark will be big. No highlights in the opening 5 minutes there. We've started as we're carrying on. We've made all the shots so far. Campagna plays it into Rivero. Ferrari, nice little move there. Abzi goes to find the byline, couldn't get the cross in. Thompson recycles possession. Plays a long ball up to Rivero. Wow. That looked like it was going absolutely nowhere from our centre back then. Rivero picks up the pieces and plays in the ball to... Was it Abzi? Yeah, that looked like an absolute nothing pass. Abzi plays the cross in to Gutierrez, who on the turn. Cool as you like. 3-0 up for York United now. Looking really, really good. Pacific have made a substitution. The left wing coming off Campagna. Plays it inside to Ferrari. Thompson, Campagna, Ferrari. It's easy to see the change that I've made that was so simple has made such a big difference. However, going into the next game, I don't want to change between the two games and just go, oh yeah, we're going to play shorter passing now, because then you leave yourself exposed to not having a plan B. So if we were 1-0 down in the next game, but we'd already gone to shorter passing, for example, we couldn't then, try that, and then that's the way I think anyway. Another shot there though. Really, really piling on the pressure now. To say we had one shot inside the first 20 minutes or so, we're now on 15 and it's not even an hour in. We've really piled on the pressure. Dixon down the right hand side. Don't jump into those tackles, no need. Thank you. Just have a look at their opposition, because they've just brought someone on. So we're gonna mark up Diaz. Luque as well, who's come on the right. We're gonna look at him, but also our own tactics will lower the tempo and we'll time waste a bit. I wouldn't usually do this, but I think this video's probably gone on for quite a while as the introduction to this save, so conscious that this video might be maybe a little bit too long now, but we'll keep going. 3-0, looking really good. XG's at 2.17 as well, so we're making decent chances as well. And we scored that one goal from ridiculously low. Dixon, high and wide there. Ingham plays it up to Rivero. Can he take it down? No. Luque. Dixon seems to be playing down the right quite a lot, which is fair enough because our left side probably is the weakest side of the two. Rivero gets it clear. He's running on. Quick counter attack here. Petrasso. I want a shot from there, but we move. Probably have to think about making substitutions now. Absi's just fired over there with the header. No one seems to be struggling that much though. That's the thing, we're not pressing that much, so this tactic is actually working a bit. Oh, wow. I don't know who the tackle came in for. It was either Nsar or Petrasso. They were unlucky because it was a good tackle, but it just went to the wrong person. But Ingham also made a really good save. 7.2 for Ingham. He's doing well. Might look to get Petrasso off. He looks like he's headed the way to Josiah Johnson. Here we go. Johnston, should I say? I realised I got that wrong earlier. Josiah Johnston on the pitch. Might take off Abzi as well. He's putting a shift. Let's get him off. Nicholas Hamilton can come on. Not naturalised left midfielder, but he is a winger nonetheless. And we're 3-0 up, so I think we can afford to play a couple of players out of position to give others a rest. Nsar, Johnston, what can he do? Plays it back to Nsar. Verhoeven, Ferrari. I really do like how tidy Ferrari's been actually. 7.4 he's got, but he has been really tidy. Played some nice passes at the right time. Rivero disappointing there. Maybe took it a bit too wide. That was disappointing. Could have got his hat-trick, but yeah, this has been a really entertaining game. I'm sure they're not all going to be like this, but yeah, 23 shots for York United and 16 shots for Pacific FC as well. So yeah, entertaining league perhaps. So this could be a really good save to watch. Corner in the final minute here. This should be it. Keeper collects and it's all over. 3-0. Going to give the players a good pat on the back here. Get into the dressing room, give them a pat on the back. Nice work everyone, that was good. It was a bit abrupt, but feel motivated anyway. Don't know if you can see, but clean sheet and first victory are both there. I'm going to send my assistant to that. Don't need to make this video any longer than it is. But yeah, top of the league with that one, everyone's played one, so that's good. And we've got Forge in a few days' time. So there we have it then, top of the league after game week 1. Good start given the troubles we had in the first few minutes. So that was encouraging to see. There'll be more videos coming later in the week. I'm off work next week, but I'm away for 2 days, so the videos up until then should be fairly consistent, so I'll be able to keep you in line with how it's going at York United. If you have enjoyed this first episode and want to see more, please subscribe, leave a like, comment on any recommendations you have for this league. It's not one I've played before, so I'll be interested to hear your thoughts. And yeah, I will see you in episode 2. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.